Hi, I'm Miss Singh, and if you had asked me if I wanted to become a math teacher in high school, I would have laughed in your face. Because when I was in high school, I didn't think I was smart in math at all. I thought that being smart in math meant being a fast calculator and having all these formulas constantly memorized. I was in advanced classes and I was understanding the material, but I needed to show all of my steps so I wouldn't lose track of what I was doing, and I saw these other kids around me doing everything in their heads, so I thought I was average. I had a particularly hard time in my Algebra 2 class. I remember my teacher showed us a way to use mental math for factoring that made absolutely no sense to me. He wanted us to use this because he said it was easier, but I actually thought it was really hard. So I thought, well, I clearly can't do it in a way that you think is easy. I must not be as smart as others. Whatever, I'll just have to work harder. So I did. I learned how to draw a picture to help me factor, so I did every single thing on paper. And I felt like my teacher and the other kids saw that as a weakness in me, when in reality they probably didn't even notice or care. But I had this self-image that I was a person who used to be smart in math, and now I am not smart in math because I can't factor in my head. I can't do computations as quickly or without a calculator as others, so I must just be average. When I got to pre-calc, my entire understanding of what math could be changed, because now no one could do it in their head. You had to be able to take really complex problems and break them down into smaller parts and keep track of all of those smaller parts and then figure out how they all fit together at the end. A lot of my peers who were used to being able to quickly solve things in their head would feel really frustrated and give up and say it was too hard. And I remember reassuring them and helping them and thinking, wow, I'm actually able to persevere longer right now because I've always shown every single step. I started to realize that I was so wrong in my understanding of what being smart in math means, because doing calculations quickly is just one side of all of the skills people use to do math in their careers, and it was ridiculous to put them in a hierarchy like I was. I was helping my friends who I had always thought were smarter than me, when in reality, we were just smart in different ways. I also had an incredible teacher that year that helped me figure out all of the ways I'm actually really talented as a student, even if it doesn't fit the traditional model of what smart kids are like. When we started our probability unit, my teacher made the whole classroom into a casino, and we played games with fake money and collected all this data, and then we used our data to figure out what probability is and how it works. He came up with so many experiences where he had us do something with others, then we used what we did to figure out a way to tackle the problems in any way that made sense to us. It was really open-ended, and I thrived in that environment, and I knew that I had to create spaces like that for myself because I learned so much more that way, and I bet others did too. I also got the idea of playing Survivor with students from him. It's a game where you have daily challenges for immunity and you're trying to be the last person remaining on the island. We vote people off, make alliances, really test the strength of our friendships. It's super fun. So as I got older, I started to accept the fact that I will probably use a calculator to solve stuff that might seem simple to other people, but I can also make sense of really complicated problems in a way others might not be able to. I now know that smart can mean so many different things, and that it's actually better to have that kind of intellectual diversity in a group because you're going to go farther that way. I now know that no one is as smart as all of us together.